Welcome to this look at an awesome new mod map to Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a very happy boy. Why is all the cool stuff all happening at once? Saxon Farm came out, this has come out, Highlands Fishing Expansion is due out in the next few days. This is Drumard Farm by CavalierRoy, Monkey Show modding, 481.07 megabytes download, no required mods to download. This, if you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you will know this was one of my favourite maps of all time. Can't explain why, just was. Prior to FS25 coming out, I did a throwback series on Farming Simulator 17 playing on this map. Now, CavalierRoy reached out a while ago and said he was converting this over, and because I play on console, I said I will wait for it to be released. I haven't watched anyone's videos or anything like that. I have to say I am buzzing because I just adore this map. So, we are at Start Farm. On New Farmer, 991 slots. On Farm Manager, start from scratch, 842. You don't start with any equipment machinery on Farm Manager and start from scratch. There are no custom crops. Contracts are available. There are 25 collectibles. Haven't come across any yet. Most of the factories are custom. Some of the factories have got, or productions have got, some extra bells and whistles, extra things you can produce in them, and they are kind of built into the map. The same with the farm itself. If we go to the map itself, this is what it looks like. Now, I'll be honest, when I saw on the website this image, I suddenly thought, oh, because it didn't have the numbers, and I thought they've really expanded the map out. It actually turns out the map is still the same map it was before. So the map is inside this square here. But what has been done, the landscape is different in so much as all the rolling hills are there, all the things that were there previously. There's a lot more foliage, there are a lot more trees. It doesn't feel as open, which I like actually. I think it gives it a really nice feel to the whole thing. It's got enough changes to make it different. It's got enough productions and things around the town, things built into some of the houses that were pre-existing to make it different, again with the landscaping and bits and bobs that have been done, while still maintaining that really cool feel. Now, if you didn't start playing the game till 19, 22, 25, you may have never even played on the map. You may have never even heard of it. A lot of maps kind of get bounced through iteration to iteration to iteration, so it's nice that this is making a return. So as far as field prices and plot prices go, they're not too bad, in all honesty. Across the entire map, they're pretty good. Yeah, 212. 162. I mean, even the bigger ones down here. It's not break the bank stuff, you know, which is really cool. I like that. And like I said, we'll get to all the additions and stuff later on. What was I going to say? There was something I was talking about. Oh yeah, there are collisions on hedges and fences and walls and bits and bobs. So be aware of that. You can't buy everything. So most of the plots kind of overlap, where you see the edge of that one comes to here. That one kind of comes up next to it as well. I haven't tried removing all the hedges, and at the start farm, the only thing that would allow me to try and remove was the animal pen, but that has got some animals in it. Again, save the game. It won't let you remove everything. The farm is kind of fixed in place. This is the map. This is how it's supposed to be, people. This is how it's supposed to be. So we'll come out of here. We'll go into build mode. Added in, we've got a load of sheds that are labelled as Drumard Farm that have been added in. You can put around. We've got one under silos, and that's just down here. That's the manure heap there. We've got under containers. We've got a few bits added now. Some of these, see that one there, and that one there. We have got some at the other farm. There are two farms. There's Drumard Farm, this one, and there's Arable. And if you, I don't know if you recall, it depends. Like I say, if you've been watching the channel, the family that own the farm now reached out to me a while ago when I did the throwback video or series, and they've been part of what's been going on here. It's awesome. I got to kind of speak to them, which is I really enjoyed. So from there, under containers, we then come down to factories, and like I said, we've got a load here which are converted over. Now, not all of these are on the map. In all honesty, hardly any of these on the map, but they're all available, which is crazy. Shingle factory, wood turner, art accessories, pet accessories. This is all the silver and forest stuff. The iron furnace is here. The mine shaft. Now, that was, what map was it that came out the other day that had the iron furnace but didn't have the mine shaft? Mine shaft is available for iron ore, flooring factory, furniture factory, dairy, barrel. There's a whole load of stuff. Sugar mill, all these things have been put in. So, as you can see there, we've got some extra things that can be produced at those, which I'll show you in just a minute. If we go from there to animals, the only ones that haven't had things added in, and I say that not all the animal pens are out, but they've got quite big capacities, 1,000, 2,000, 300, 500. Nothing under horses. Pigs, we had something under pigs. We had under sheep, just there. Under chickens, nothing under bees, nothing under dogs. This, did we have anything? Oh yes, under fences we've got a hedge down the bottom, just there. And then the other thing was under paint textures. There seemed to be quite a lot of paint textures to allow you to do your landscaping and things to fit in with the textures that have been put on the map in the first place. So there we go with that. Shall we crack? Oh, I know what I need to do now. Sorry, go into here, come down and show you on here. I did say contracts were available. So we start with the biogas plant. Biogas plant, as it was in FS17, is here on the farm, which is cool. I like that as an option. What's available on the map? Hang on, let's go up. We've got the bakery, carpentry. Well, actually, let's look at this. So the bakery, we've got brioche there as well. We've got cookies. We've got dough. So you make dough. A lot of things required the dough that you need to make first. Donuts, pancakes, pizza, sandwiches, waffles. I think carpentry was pretty much the same. Cement factory, pretty much the same. There might be some tweaks to the recipes themselves. Under our dairies, we've got soy milk and yogurt added in. Grain mill, we have got corn flour. We've got soy flour down there as well. Oil mill, we've got added in soybean oil, which can be done as well. Potato processing is a mixture of potato chips with the various different oils, but also it's a sugar mill thrown in. Preserved food factory, I don't think they had anything different to it. I think that was all pretty much, I say pretty much standard. Sawmill, spinnery, tailors, all pretty much as they should be available on the map. So there's a whole lot of stuff to be looking at, fiddling around with if you want. So the map itself. Gates are automatic, which they were on the original, which I like. Sleep trigger here, wardrobe trigger just around the side there. The first of the small spinneries, let's go out the gate here. What I love is the original had a kind of, I suppose because it was kind of a gritty, realistic-y kind of feeling map. This has got that in spades because it's got all the FS25 stuff. You know, the textures, the colour palette, the lighting, you know, all the stuff that works. The spinnery I love because you've got just here, a lot of the ones that are on the map already are smaller ones, but we have got a mixture of animals in here, but you don't own these. The spinnery is just here for purchase if you want to, and I say built in, so it's not a standard one. It's built into the map itself. So we are currently just here. So there's a spinnery there. The plot of land can be purchased. I think the plots on most of them, there's another one there, there's another one down here, can all be purchased, as can the main area here, which is most of your sell points, productions, animal dealer, workshop, garage, that kind of stuff, which is great because that does give you the ability to add in decorative items, sell points, other bits of productions, things you want to do if you want to do them. But like I say, I like that immersion of having animals right by the spinnery. I think that's quite cool. So we'll come back out of here and go into the yard, and then we'll get the tractor, one of them, and we'll have a whiz around and have a look. But it's just typical. When I found out, I said immediately, I'm doing a let's play on this, and it comes out a few days before the Highlands expansion goes live, and I want to do a series on Kinlake as well. So I wanted to do a series on Saxling, but I've just run out of time. So this has changed from the original. We've got a tanker just here, trailer just there. So we've got cows out in the field, and we've got quite a few already. See what I mean by the gates being automatic, which is quite cool. Come down and through here. Our dialogue box at the front. And it's just here. So we have got 50 out of a potential 738 in there. If we come across the way here, we've got a muck spreader. We do have a slurry spreader over the back there as well. When this gate opens away from us, yep. Slurry pit is just here. And this is all changed as well. This has got a much more rough-hewn rock kind of feel to it, the silage clamp. Just there. Then we come round to the biogas plant. So like I say, on farm management start from scratch, you won't have that showing because you won't own the land yet. If you buy this plot of land, you will get it. Oh, did I say that on... I did, didn't I? I showed you on the map that we start with this main farm here and all these fields. Did I? I don't know if I did. So a new farmer, you start with the main farm and all these fields, and the secondary farm over here with all these fields here. Now you can sell some of those off. If you don't want to start with all those, you could start on one of the other game modes, or you could start on this and then sell some of those back if you don't want them. That of course would be up to you. So putting into your biogas plant is done here, but it's controlled over here, as you can see. So I mean, various regular things with digestate coming out is run from here. On my previous Let's Plays on FS17, then when I did my throwback, filling this up, then running conveyor belts and stuff into that, you can chug away and you can make a tiny bit of money. Works quite well, or at least you could on FS17. Yeah, because obviously silage has been nerfed a little bit. On 17, you could make a fortune. Feed mixer just there, water point just there, forage wagon, fuel point just here, 10,000 litres refillable. Come around the corner, we've got our mowing equipment just there. Baler, the whole Gavile static, or if you want to move it around you can. Baler that bales all sorts of cool stuff. We got our New Holland just there. Massey just here. This is one of those maps that you need to start off with small stuff. Little old Masseys or little old like Fords or the old New Hollands. Some small old equipment, I think personally, and I did it on FS17. It's really difficult because we've got far more mods and things available now. Trying to find things that were sort of quintessentially Irish, which would be a lot easier to do now, I guess. Windrower Tedder at the back there, and then we're back round to the start bit. So I'm going to grab the New Holland, and we're going to head up the hill. We already kind of mentioned we don't have a workshop trigger at the start farm, and the yards are quite tight. When we get up into the sort of the main town, village area, around the back here we've got a biomass heating plant. You put your stuff in, that heats everything because it's a biomass heating plant. Up the hill, well, I say it's nice that some of the stuff has remained where it was. It does have that feel, that nostalgia feel to it, but it has changed. So here you've got fenced in pens rather than completely open, and you've got a bit of a barn here as well, which wasn't on the previous version. We do have sheep and goats mixed in this one. Or no, it's just goats. It might just be goats here. But we've got 100 off the start. Let's go down to there. Yeah, goats. Just goats. 100 out of 712 potentially. They're eating the meadow grass at the moment, and they have got water off the start as well. So they're going to start producing goat milk for you straight off the bat, which is pretty cool. Like that. And then we've got a placeables area right next door. Just there, which again, when I was on the FS17 version, you were very limited to what greenhouses were available, what you could do there. And obviously now with all the productions and all the things that can be done, and silos and buildings, and then that was what I said when I did my throwback series. How cool would it be to come back onto this with all the FS25 stuff and see what you could really do with it? And of course it comes out now. I don't think I've got it in me anymore to do 2 Let's Plays at the same time. I struggle to keep up with one. This is one of 4 maps that released today. And again, I don't know when I'm going to get onto the other 3 at all. I really don't know. We go down the side of here, the little house at the back here. There's a little mini dairy built in, which can be purchased along with the plot if you want to. Now again, if you watched any of my previous iterations on here, so around the back of here and built in here, we've got a little mini dairy. We are currently here, and this plot can be purchased 5,320. It's next to nothing. But what I did way back, and I did when I did my throwback series, up across this field here, there was a little barbed wire fence here that never had a collision on it. So if you cleared a couple of trees here, and then you cleared a couple of trees up this end, you had a shortcut that took you right the way around to the vehicle shop and all the stuff at the top here. that barbed wire fence has been repaired. There's no shortcut anymore. I'm waving my fists, CavalierRoy. Dear. Anyway, yeah, it was just one of those. It never should have worked, and it never should have been a shortcut, but because there was no collision, I kind of always got away with it. Anyway, let's carry on. I'm smiling from ear to ear. I'm so pleased. This is, and I know people always, you know, I've had many discussions with many people over the years about how genuine I am with what I'm saying and what I'm doing and who I am as a person. You know, I always and still maintain that I started my channel, I started mod reviews, map tours, to help people. If people weren't sure about stuff, what a map looked like, where things were, mods, what did they do, how did they work, and that was the teacher in me, having worked at a school. I'm genuinely pleased and buzzing that this has come out, because if you never encountered this map before, it's a cracking little map. It's brilliant. It always made me smile, and I just hope if anyone says, you know what, I like it, I'm going to jump on it, that you'll feel the same way. There's a lot more trees across all of it, and a variety of trees as well. We didn't have so much of a variety, and with the foliage lower down as well, and obviously because of all the seasonal changes we get in game now, yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool. So out to the main road. I mean, main road is a relative term. We have got gateways and we have got gaps in hedges and stuff a lot of these places, so getting in and out of fields actually isn't too bad, especially if you've got slightly larger equipment. It's not really designed for larger equipment, and you'll see that, like I say, when we get up to the little village area. It is pretty tight with parked cars and stuff like that. So left will take up to a few fields that way. Right, oh look, I did a good thing, didn't crash into a vehicle. So some of the start fields are just up to our left. There's a little turning. We'll just go up and run down the side of those. And this is a place where it puts it into very stark contrast to the previous version of this. If we turn up here and just look into the left and then up and around here to the right, that was not thick vegetation like that. I think on previous versions I even mowed through all the trees to get more grass. There's plenty of grass around the outside of fields as well if you want it. Yeah, it was not this thick. And there's another bit later on we go to the sawmills, the same. I seem to recall there being a hedge all the way along there as well, because you could only get in through the gateway, which sometimes proved difficult depending on what equipment and machinery we were using. So we're going to cross the road just here into the secondary arable part of the farm. Now, the only thing I will say that I think is a negative. Well, that's a good point, actually. This field here, this was the reset. Was this the reset field on the previous version? I think it was. It's not anymore. Was, and I kind of liked it. And it was that FS17 thing. You didn't have egg pallets, egg boxes. The eggs were just out on the floor, like they were on 15. And you had chickens here, out in the yard. So every so often you'd come along and you'd pick all the eggs up from all around the floor. The chickens are gone. It's not even been replaced with a little chicken coop. I mean, you can put a chicken coop in, you know, if you want to. But I drove up here thinking, oh, I wonder what they've done with the chickens. They're not here. They're gone completely. Anyway, silos off to our left. It's a tiny thing. We have got combinations. We've got a little trigger just in here, if I can find it. There we go. So we've got seed and mineral feed to our side, whichever one of these it is. I think it's to the right. Each one. So this one's herbicide liquid fertilizer. This one here, lime and solid fertilizer. I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah, that was that one. Fuel tank just round here, and then we've got a silo. Now, this is a Farmer 800 silo built in, so it's a standard crop type silo, 800,000 litres. But putting in is done here, taking out is done over there. We'll drive up to there in a minute. There's the silo out is just over there, so they've got underground pipe work and stuff that makes that work. I think that was always the case in the previous versions. The pig pen is definitely smaller as well. I'm sure that ran right the way along to there. I'm trying to think, but pigs here with a potential of 82 if you want to have pigs at the farm here. And then we've got, oh yeah, in this shed here, we've got a lot of racking. So we've got racking and storage space just there. In this one, we've got some more equipment and machinery, which is quite cool. Harvester, header and header trailer. rock picker, collector and spreader. Trailer just up in here. More racking. Around the corner here we've got our cultivator. We've got a fence, plough, more racking in the back of that one. Shed space, but in the shed space we've got a fertilizer spreader and seeder unit, the bednar. And then, like I say, this is where you take out. And the weird thing is, I'm looking here now thinking, what that needs is a hayloft. Again, every time I played on it, because it was that was what you had available. It was like a stock standard bang hayloft. But we've got so many silos now that are multi-fruit, and we've got things of all sorts of stuff. It's very cool. I'm trying to remember. I'm sure the previous version didn't when I played on it. Or we own it anyway. I'll say, did we have a sheep field? Was there a sheep field here? No. No, I think they're just all standard fields. Anyway, from here then, I'm going to go back to the tractor. And we will have a whiz around. Out towards where the sawmill is now, which I think on the previous version was just a placeables area, if I recall. And again, this area we're going to go through now, far denser forestry. I'm only mucking around with the chicken thing here. It was that thing of my head was saying, oh, there's going to be chickens, but of course there's not. And there are plenty of chicken pens and open pastures and things that can be placed. There's probably even set in this already, there's probably stuff I can already put in there. So the hill that kills small tractors, especially when you've got a lot of weight on, it's a pretty steep one. There doesn't seem to be as much traffic as the previous version as well, which I think is actually going to be quite handy. But this, way denser forestry, and again I like it. Not that it, because you didn't know any different before. On the previous versions there wasn't an FS19, 22, 25. So that was all you knew. That was kind of, you know, that's what it looked like. That was the map, you know. I like all this extra vegetation. So through the back here, and obviously this had, was it coins or nuggets? I can't remember what was collecting. I think it was nuggets, wasn't it? Gold nuggets you collected. There's your sawmill, which can be purchased along with the little plot as well. We're going to cut across the middle of the fields, turning just here. Straight across, and we're going to take a turning here. Yeah, I'm just looking across. It was far more open, because I'm looking here thinking I remember this being a lot bigger, but it felt bigger because none of these trees were around it. I mean, there were some, but not as many. You can't see right across there. Nice. And obviously, I keep saying obviously. If you watched my throwback series, that was when you had contracts with a time limit as well. When you started them, you had a certain amount of time to finish them, which was quite cool. So, turning right up here towards the little village, just around to our right here, we have got the vehicle shop, workshop trigger. Vehicle shop is just there. Workshop trigger is just around the side. This is the reset point for the map as well, just here. When you come down, you'll see what I mean. That seems a lot more open as well. I think that's what's been done really nicely. I mean, could it have been made bigger? Yeah, probably, but I suppose they wanted to keep the Drumard farm. But because this has all been put around it, I'm sure that had a big bank of trees. I'm pointing, you can't see, but the other side of this field, there was just a bank of trees that ran all the way around the outside. That's gone now. It feels like it goes on and on. Nice touch. So, just down through here and behind these buildings here, we have got the Preserved Food Factory and Tailor Shop. So, Preserved Food Factory is around this side. Tailor Shop is here. I think that's right. Did I get the right way around? I did, yes. I think, like I say, that's 36 grand. So those smaller ones. And if we go back into the build mode again, I just want to reiterate that these ones here are much bigger productions. Like I say, none of these are on the map. The flooring, the furniture, the iron furnace, the mine shaft. You know, it's interesting that they're on here available. These are the bigger productions. So the sugar mill is a separate sugar mill, whereas the smaller ones that are built into the map are mixed in. I say it's interesting to be done this way. That one is showing yogurt and soy drink, I think, as well. Yeah, so it is the smaller ones that are on here. If we head down here and around the back, and this is new, this wasn't here before, those weren't either. And I like the fact that the little village here is being kind of utilised. You couldn't, I don't think you could go around the back of it before. Around the back of here is the bakery. Touch around the back, and you've got access through to the field here. I think actually we can go, oh no, this is this field. So these have all got collisions, so there's no cutting across anymore, no cutting. Mind you, I think they might have had collisions to hedges before, but whoops, didn't realize there was traffic behind me. Sorry chaps. So bakery just there, and then we come around, like I say, this is what I mean about being tight. And it always was, and this isn't, you know, a massive tractor, but it's certainly whoa, say struggling. Didn't hit the sign. Honest governor. Right, up here, animal dealer and animal dealer sell point. Animal dealer is just there. Animal dealer sell point is just there. The sell points are split into two, so again, if you've got contracts, pay attention. It wasn't a problem on FS17 because you never did deliveries. You didn't deliver the stuff as well. You did the harvest contract. It was a harvest contract. When it was done, it was done. So delivering now, be careful. The sell point this side is Drumard 2. The sell point that side is Drumard 1. So if you've got a contract that says that you've got to deliver 2, whichever one it is, make sure you've gone to the correct one. Otherwise, yeah, I tend to save the game first whenever I'm taking it to a sell point, just in case I make a mistake. Anyway, just over here we've got liquid manure purchase point and manure purchase point, and then in that building there we've got bale sell point, just in there. We come out and around here, we have got up and around the back of here. And I was saying, they're not just plug and play, plonk down, they are all custom made, integral to the map. So grain mill is just here, and that's in and around there. Then we've got here cement factory, and then here we've got oil mill. Oh yeah, I was going to say, I'm just looking for the triggers. That one there is the cement factory. The grain mill, I'm sure is not. Is it not? I don't think it's just a sell point, is it? Is it out the front? Or maybe it's just a sell point. I didn't think it was. Not being really blind. Oh, hang on. There it is. Oh, that might be. Oh, there. By production plant. That's, yeah, that's tucked in amongst. So if you're looking for that, that's where it is, in amongst the pallets. I'm sure it was a production and not just a sell point. Then the oil mill is this one just here to our right. From the oil mill, we come through to the potato processing plant, which is just there, and then carpentry, which is just here. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Drumard Farm, Farming Simulator 25. I love it. Like I say, I think enough has changed that it's freshened it up, and it's been such a while since it's been out as well anyway. I think, like I say, for most people it's going to feel like a new map anyway. I like what's been done with the vegetation. I like the extra sell points. I like the stuff in the town. It's it really works. It's cool, and I'm still smiling. So there you go. That's Drumard Farm from CavalierRoy Monkey Show Modding. I hope you found all this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course, please be my guest. Whatever you choose to do, thanks for watching.